I'm having a lot of fun here, everybody.
Oh
look
my
at
God.
look
Oh
at the
my
fake.
God.
Look at all the fake news over there. Hello, everybody.
You can fake this,
And
right?
you know this is compliments of Trump, okay?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you. Mr. President,
Yes.
please don't let the United States become Brazil, my native Brazil.
Oh, we'll keep it
Please,
good.
Please.
We're gonna make it better than ever, okay?
Welcome back to Financial Independence 101. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about Donald Trump going to McDonald's. Working at McDonald's for 15 minutes is what he says. And it is what it is. It's a publicity stunt. This isn't something you can't just roll up to a McDonald's, a random McDonald's, as a presidential candidate with a Secret Service detail and just walk in and start working there. It takes advanced planning, a lot of stuff going on with it. So it is a political stunt. But what does this say? Well, first of all, before I get into that, look at these employees in here. The employees that work a mundane job. I worked for 24 years in the restaurant industry, and I worked my way up from an hourly employee up to senior leadership, managers, and stuff like that at 3 different companies. And the thing is that it is a mundane job. It's routine tasks over and over and over, doing the same thing over and over and over, hundreds, if not thousands of times. And with that, to get to watch Donald Trump, a billionaire, to make fries. It's probably one of, if not the easiest thing to do at McDonald's, make fries. But it's something very important. It has to be done a lot. And with that, it's interesting watching him do it. Now, I'm not going to really comment on I think he articulated well. He did a pretty good job overall. But I mean, I have my comments. I could break everything down here. We're not trying to train somebody for long-term success. We're just showing him how to do it so he can do it, and then he can hand stuff out. So anyhow, it's kind of cool that someone as a billionaire, an ex-president, our next president, I really don't see any chances of Kamala winning at this point, to be humble enough to work this job, to do this work. And it's impressive. It is absolutely impressive. I think it's probably going to go down in history as one of the greatest political stunts that's ever been done. But I'm shocked he did it. Well, why did he do it? Well, Kamala, she's been saying she worked at McDonald's, and that's what's your financial plan? Well, I used to work at McDonald's, and I was poor when I grew up. That's not a financial plan, ma'am. What's your financial plan? Well, my parents struggled. My mom struggled to pay the... It's not a... Okay. She lied about working at McDonald's. And so with all of that, that's not cool. And Trump's here saying he actually did work at McDonald's. I think he did a great job interacting with the employees. One of the things that you notice is that he's always being uplifting and positive. So his positive message to the employees, it is very... It's good. It's good to always exude positive, compliment people. That's just the way he is. But it's the way he is all the time. Now, obviously, that's a public persona. But I imagine a lot of that does carry over into the private when he is trying to encourage his people around him. That's how it happens. And, that's what I'm hearing. Aside from the people that fired him. And if you've been fired, you're a little salty. I'd be salty if I was fired, too. Look at all these people and how smiling and happy they are. And I'm sure they were all vetted by... Secret Service. I mean, I don't know how random they were or if all this was set up, but this was really a good PR stunt. Now, Trump did say a lot of things like, look at the fake news over there, and all of his funny stuff that he always says. It's hilarious. I mean, if you missed the Al Smith dinner, he gave some really good jokes, some zingers in there. It was freaking fantastic. I thought that was awesome. But yeah, then we get a lot of people that were obviously from other countries before they come over here, and they really want to see Trump turn things around, or at least get us back to where we were 3.5 years ago. And you see that with people. You see that with people who legally immigrated over here, such as my grandmother did. And those people want Trump in power. They want him to be leading the country, not what's been going on the last 3.5 years. And really, I actually have not spoken with anybody that has legally immigrated to the U.S. that agrees with this whole immigration debacle and all the stuff that's going on. But I'm not sure if I'll line all this footage up right, but there's a young lady in here that says that she doesn't want to turn the U.S. into Brazil, so please, Trump, don't let it turn into Brazil. What else could I say? I don't know how I could really expand on that other than the fact that that makes a lot of sense. And, it's one of the weird things. A lot of people that are fleeing their countries, asylum seekers, are fleeing communism. Why would they vote in communism? Well, they're being bamboozled and duped. They don't really understand the grand scheme of things, that Democrats aren't making things better. They're ushering in communism and taking away your freedoms with absolutely every policy they pass. And Trump's literally just, hopefully he gets in there and he undoes it. But when I get into tomorrow's video and I talk about Kamala Harris's, her financial plan, which is lack thereof, really, if she says she's going to do what she's going to do, that means she needs to repeal every single policy that was passed under Biden. And she's not going to do that. She's just going to perpetuate that agenda. But Trump will get in there and at least, at minimum, reinstate his tax cuts that the Democrats are going to let expire. He would, at minimum, we would stop this bleeding by sending all this money to other countries to fund all these other wars. Kamala's going to put us into World War III, the Taiwan War with China. All that stuff's going to happen under Kamala. With Trump, we'll shut down all these wars that are going on right now and stop the trillions hemorrhaging. It's at trillions now because these wars have been going on for a while. And they're really only going on so that Democrats can make money through the military-industrial complex. It's that simple. It is that simple and basic. And follow the money and you follow the problems and you see what's going on right there. But Trump's not making money off these wars, and he doesn't intend to make money off these wars, and he's not going to be profiteering off of this, and he's going to shut it down. And that's the reason they don't want him in there. It's going to shut down trillions of dollars that we're going into debt that's causing all of this inflation. I mean, that's what's going to happen. Now, I will admit, we do have problems. Nobody's really going to fix the debt issue, and that does kind of suck. Which really, that is the biggest issue that faces us. Aside from World War III and then they draft your daughters, because, the Democrats have already set up the draft for drafting females, and technically it should be 51%, because there's more females than males, and I personally don't think that's the greatest thing, but since all the gender politics that they have been playing, they have to do that, or you can literally just have 100% of American citizens say they're female. And that's it. Like, I could personally just say, oh, guess what? I'm female now, so you can't draft me. Well, they can't draft me because of my age, but that's the reason that they've had to say your daughters are getting drafted, because of the game they played with all of that stuff. You know how they're letting men into women's sports, and I'd rather avoid all war and avoid another pandemic, of course. But we'll see. Anyway, at this point, I think Trump's going to win. He's a shoo-in to win. And this was one of the greatest political stunts pulled by anybody. Fantastic, fantastic job. And as a 24-year veteran of restaurants, I really enjoyed this. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, subscribe. Financial Pins out.